let's do it. And if you up that pipe, go shoot it. And a life of race, I've been taking these drugs that cover my pain since my life's been ruined.
What's up, No Limit Game, man? We back with another banger reaction, shorty. Munna Duke kid wasn't allowed to Munna Duke's funeral, and Munna Duke's girlfriend sends a message to Munna Duke's killer, shorty. Do your homework on that one. We about to tap in and see what really cracking in the rack right now. We about to tap in and see what she really talking about. We about to see why the son isn't invited to the funeral, shorty. Now that's sick. Imagine you die and your son can't even go to the funeral, bro. Imagine your dad died, you can't even go to the funeral, bro. That's sick. But it's probably reason today because a lot of funerals get shot up, all types of stuff. But we about to see what's really cracking.
Munna Duke baby mama said y'all bogus as hell for having that funeral and not inviting his son.
Yeah.
Like how y'all gonna have
So she wasn't the one that didn't invite him. Other people didn't invite him. That is crazy, bro. Not inviting his son to a funeral is crazy.
Funeral or whatever y'all here, cause he a Muslim, so he had to be, you know, buried real fast. You know, they feel like it's disrespectful if you kind of slow up the process of him going to the afterlife. Yeah. You know, his baby mama said y'all bogus as hell for having whatever y'all had and not invite his son. How y'all gonna do this without inviting his son?
Yeah.
That was wrong. Then she
like that gotta be the goofiest thing somebody can ever do, bro. Gotta be the goofiest thing somebody can ever do, bro. Not like putting this man in the dirt that early and then not inviting his son to the funeral, bro. Come on, bro. That's sick, bro. He didn't even get his last chance to see this man. Like, even though he don't want to see him like that, he didn't get his last chance to see that man, bro. And that's sick, shorty.
He flipped the script and was like on his side again and said some strong words to whoever killed him. Hit the like button. Gold on this video, 1,000 likes. You know, Munna Duke had his funeral yesterday. His baby mama spoke out. Remember, Munna Duke got several kids, I think, by different women and shit like that. We know he got a baby by like Lil Durk's brother baby mama and shit like that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, you know, she said they had a funeral. They had a get together, whatever they had, you know, family together, people talking about his life, you know, whatever you call it. They had that and nobody invited his son. Wow. She said that's bogus as hell. What kind of shit y'all on? What type of time y'all on?
Yeah, like,
I thought that was strong, in my opinion, you know, that.
Yeah, like, that shit was bogus. Y'all had my son daddy funeral today, and the motherfucker can't even get an invite, a call, or shit. Just fuck my son, right? My number ain't changed. I ain't blocked nobody. Y'all got it, though. That's goofy, bro. No invite, no call, nothing. Nothing, shorty. Imagine this happened to you, bro. Just because he's a Muslim, like, bro, y'all gotta let people know. Y'all gotta let the family know, like, this is his real family. Don't, like, bro, come on, bro. Stop. Then people be on some weird stuff nowadays, and it's crazy, bro.
Have some get-together, a funeral, or a repast, or whatever you call it, and don't invite, you know, his son. She felt like that's wrong. Another thing that's weird is her boyfriend is actually Twin 300, Lil Durk friend. So this shit is real deep. It's like, you know, she used to mess with Munna Duke. Now she messed with Twin. Munna Duke used to mess with her. Now he messing with Durk. Yeah. Brother, baby, mama. Kind of feel like a little recycling going on, you know. Shit like that be the reason why these back doors be open and shit like that, you know.
It definitely do,
all the
bro.
pillow talk.
All this pillow talk and all the back door nonsense be going on because a lot of stuff like these, shorty. Shit, I probably would have backdoor you too if you... Come on, bro. Not condoning it, but I probably would have backdoored you too. Like, this gotta be the goofiest thing I ever heard somebody do. Let alone not letting the family know about stuff like this is crazy. People that live with this dude, people that had to grow up with them, like his kid, is crazy, bro. That's sick, bro.
Talking to these women and shit like that. I ain't saying anything. I'm just saying, you know, that's what it seemed like. Then she also said, ain't no time on Get Back.
It ain't.
Something like that. I hope y'all know what y'all did or something.
Oh, so ain't no time on Get Back. And she know them niggas gonna get back for that man. They ain't just about to let that slide. He had a big name for himself. They is not letting that slide, shorty. They coming to stand on biz. And they coming to show it up. Comment down what you think is gonna happen in 2 years, shorty.
Something like that. Ah, damn. Is this a threat towards this killers? I thought that was strong. One moment she saying y'all bogus as hell. But that's just on the situation. They ain't got nothing to do with him. He didn't do it. He gone. So he didn't tell nobody not to bring nobody. But whoever was over this funeral was bogus as hell. But she said, whoever was behind this shit with Munna Duke, you know shit gonna come to your ass, right? She said, ain't no time on that get back. I said, whoa, she's speaking like one of them niggas. Then she also spoke on how, you know, Munna Duke's son gonna grow up without knowing his daddy.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
know, he not gonna really know him, but she gonna fill him up with stories of him so he could know him. You know, he got his blood in him before Munna Duke died.
But that's sick though, bro. Imagine having to grow up to just hear about how good your father was, to hear about who your father was, to see pictures of what he was doing, to see how he was getting money and stuff like that. That hurt, shorty. That would hurt somebody bad, shorty. Like, you gotta see visual footage of who your dad was. You gotta hear about how your dad was instead of got to take it in yourself, bro. He go grow up with some hurt. He go grow up. Most of the time, niggas grow up with just as a single parent, bro. They grow up in the street, shorty. And there's not much we can say about it, shorty, but it's life, I guess, man. With this new 2025, I guess it's life, shorty.
Adam left this earth, he left the earth with something, which was his seed. Which is true, you know. And that's one thing about humans, you know. Once we go, we leave the earth to our seeds. And, you know, so his energy, his presence gonna always be here. You know, as crazy as that sound. But I think that's the cool thing is that, yeah, they might have took him, but he still got life out here, you know. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this, man. It looked like this case is ended, you know, not ended. They killers are still, you know, on the loose. Nobody's been caught yet. So I'm gonna keep you updated. I get any new news about that. But it seemed like we closing a book on the Munna Duke case.
Man, it's great. Oh, I didn't I hear about the killers got caught? I think I heard about the killers. One of the killers got caught. One of the killers, I think. But I don't know for sure. I don't want to say something and I don't know what I'm talking about because you know how the comments get. I ain't saying I know. I think I said. Did you hear me, chat? I think. So don't go back in these joints trying to, you know, play this image on nigga. And I said I think, nigga. Listen to me.
I think Youngin is gonna have his funeral soon. I'll update you on that. But it looked like we can close the chapter on the Munna Duke case unless we get some suspects or somebody get arrested and stuff like that. But my condolences to his family. He had his funeral yesterday. And it's crazy out here. One moment you can be walking these streets like on a Friday, and then 3 days later, man, you could be in a casket. Think about it. Munna Duke was alive last week.
No, like literally, you could be walking the streets today, and you could be going tomorrow. You could be walking the streets today. It could be going next week. You could be walking the streets today and be going next month. That's why with this life, do everything you can do now to live it out wild, shorty. Do what you gotta do to live it wild, shorty, because you don't know how much time you got on this earth. You don't know how much time you got on this earth, chat. Get up and go do it, chat. Get up and go do it, chat. Get up and go do it. If nobody tell you, I'm gonna tell you why you watch my videos, chat. Get up and go do it, bro. It's up to you, shorty, to go make something out your life, shorty. It's up to you, shorty. Get up and go do it, my boy.
Walking these streets. Now the man is in the sky. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's the homie truth. But it get crazy out here.
No bad though, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. We keeping good vids punching, shorty. You know how we coming. Keep these Jones dumping, shorty. You know how we bumming. And we out, shorty. You know that.